I'm joined in studio by Lillian Mofokeng, who is a spokesperson for Metrorail. Thank you for being with us, Lillian.
You.
So this is confusing. There was a service delivery protest, you say, about housing and things like that. How did the Metrorail guards get involved? Did this spill over onto the train station? Just lay it out for us how this happened in the first place.
First, let me, on behalf of Metrorail management, convey sincere condolences to the family of our member, Mr. Joseph Kuena, who was a protection services official who was brutally killed in this particular incident because he was literally stoned and beaten up to death by angry communities. The service delivery protest, which unfortunately had nothing to do with rail operations or our services. It was around issues of housing and lack of housing in the community.
So trains coming on time, things like that, not even mentioned. It was not even part of this.
It was not even a matter at the time of the service delivery protest.
Okay.
What happened is that the angry communities who were busy in the service delivery protest took their anger into our railway environment. An altercation between the community and the commuters that were actually at Nancefield station started to then fight amongst themselves. And obviously protection services, which are our people that looks after commuters and assets, were also in the space. And it's important that I correct the statement that our own protection services officials do not necessarily carry guns when at work. I had reports there that states that our own protection services officials were shooting. I think that is a matter that will be subjected to investigation, but as an official statement, we do not have or give our own protection services officials guns, and that we will leave to investigators.
Okay, I apologize if that's our error. I think we did speak to police, so we'll have to clarify where that information came from. The allegation is that guards shot a teenager. So Metrorail, you're saying, is disputing that or still investigating that?
We are disputing it until pending investigation. At the moment, we are not aware of any of our guards that has been officially issued with a gun or carrying a gun during their line of duty. So we will allow the police and our own protection investigation officials to actually help us to understand the merits of where that allegation came from. From where we sit, and from the members of protection services that were actually on the ground at the time of the incident, it is an allegation that this guy that was fatally injured and attacked was an issue of wrong identity. So we don't know as yet. Hence, I'm saying let us allow investigations to help us.
Can you explain that further? Who thought who was what? Or
the community that was actually on site, and as heard by our own members, they were heard to be saying and alleging that the guy is just wearing a Metrorail jacket, which was actually stolen, not necessarily belonging to him. But it was not true. I can confirm that he is our official, and he was definitely on duty at the time of the incident.
Okay, so let's unravel this. A 17-year-old was shot and killed. You are not taking responsibility for that. Metrorail wants to investigate further. And then one of your members, one of the security guards, was basically stoned to death, and you've named him tonight. So that was just the community angry against Metrorail officers at that point.
Definitely that was, and which is very unfortunate, and we strongly condemn the acts of people taking their anger onto the services that are meant to actually provide transport to the thousands of commuters that rely actually on this affordable service. For now, as we have suspended the services, more than 100,000 commuters that travel between Johannesburg via Midway to Vereeniging will seriously be inconvenienced, and we cannot afford to actually put the lives of our own commuters or even employees, even the assets that we have just recently installed in that particular corridor that has since been vandalized.
I agree. What a terrible death. Does his family know, firstly? Did people witness this? Other Metrorail guards, what are they saying? And was anybody else injured?
For now, we had about 3 of our officials that were beaten or attacked by the community. It's unfortunate that this particular one unfortunately suffered these serious fatal injuries, and the family has been notified. As Metrorail, as a responsible employer, we are working closely with the family to offer them wellness services, including all the other members within our employ that were directly affected.
Everybody must be jittery. So how long, you were talking about 100,000, I think, commuters affected. How long will these train services be down in Nancefield and Soweto, or do you not know at this stage?
It's important that I put it clearly that we just do not suspend it for no reason. It's because we are trying to protect our own commuters and employees. And we cannot tell until law enforcement agencies, different stakeholders actually assures us that it is actually safe for us to operate services there. What we have done to accommodate the commuters traveling around Vereeniging, we will be adding about 4 sets to ensure that we add that service. That service will go via Mayor 10 site to Germiston. So we are taking those sets that we were using in the affected corridor, which is, by the way, very notorious for cable theft, and which affects the services negatively and the reliability of our train service. So we really want to call upon the communities of that particular area in Vereeniging to really work with us and own up, because these services are not ours, but we are providing for them, and we really want them to take full ownership and protect these assets and the services that are there for them.
And the guards, in finality, at other train stations, are guards fearing even reprisal attacks, things like that?
That goes without saying. I think for all of us as a responsible organization, we are seriously concerned. We also want to pass condolences to the family of the community, the young person that unfortunately lost his life as well. And we are saying that one is just too many. As a responsible organization, we would do everything possible to try that, working with all other relevant stakeholders in the law enforcement fraternity to help us to safeguard these government assets.
All right, thank you for your explanation tonight. What a terrible situation, what unfolded around the Nancefield station in Soweto.